My name is Mike Smith. I'm the National Equipment Asset Manager for Fitness First. So with the old Fitness First brand, we always used to pack a lot of equipment in. Didn't leave a lot of training space for the member to use. We were offering up to 80 pieces of cardio in some of our clubs. Members weren't using 80 pieces and it took up a massive floor space. So we had to look at, if we were going to say cut a floor space in half and go to 40 pieces, what would be the best 40 pieces we could offer? And obviously the Precor AMT really ticked that box for a number of reasons. The variance that it has with this, the ability to jog, to run, to step, the open stride. It ticks probably 3 or 4 different pieces of equipment individually in the space of one. So it made complete sense. Yeah, the feedback's been really good. We've got full cardio suites with Precor now in different states, which, again, that's a brand new offering for us. Particularly in Melbourne and Sydney, we've got 11 clubs now with AMTs. But in those clubs that we may have only thrown in maybe a row or 2 of cardio, maybe we've put in half a dozen AMTs, you can go in there any time of the day and they always tend to be the most popular piece. I know, speaking to a lot of the personal trainers, they tend to always receive an AMT well. They can measure the outputs and the performance of the client, so it's a really good tool for the PTs. Some clients have never trained a day in their life, so it can suit a complete beginner. And yet there's some clients that are training specifically for an event and they need pushing a little bit harder, and the PT feedback has been you can do either on it. There's a real demand for the AMT in a club. It's a unique piece and it can free up quite a lot of space and cross-utilise the different styles of training. So for us it makes a lot of sense. For the club managers it makes sense for them, and for the overall offering of the club it's a real positive thing. The member has become a lot more educated in Australia, and if we can offer the best facility and utilise the best equipment providers, then that way it's a win for everybody, because that keeps the member happy, which ultimately gives us a really good member retention ratio. All 3 of them, Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, have always been really well received by the club teams. We've not had any dramas, we've had no issues with the actual equipment and the usability or the maintenance side of things. We started to use Precor probably about 3 years ago now. It's a new piece of equipment, it's a new supplier, it's a new brand, and it's a different style of training. And if you've always done a particular style, whether it's on a bike, on a cross trainer or a treadmill, this AMT specifically offers a really unique workout which most members have never done before, so it's a new offering for us. All the relationship we've had with Precor has been very positive. So from my point of view, it's a pleasure to deal with. It's very streamlined, very simple, very efficient, and yeah, it's a partnership we will look to continue into the future.